Hi, so this is just a quick supper dish or a light lunch. Basically, it's a cabbage or half a cabbage. It's 3 eggs. This is a big pot of decent yogurt. This is a nice, authentic Greek, nice, thick, creamy yogurt, and a pile of grated parmesan cheese. This is Sichuan pepper. Sichuan. I'll try again. Sichuan. Pepper, which is really zesty and much nicer than ordinary pepper because that'll just lift it. And that's it. Okay, so what I've done, I've taken half this, and the outer leaves are the only ones that you need to know about, really. You take the veins out because they don't go nice. Once they get further inside, these are plump and juicy, but those are tough and stringy. So I would take these out. And as you can see, it's not a difficult thing to do. It's not as time consuming as it looks because you only need the tough green ones. And then what you're aiming to do is roughly shred it. Add a little bit of water into a microwavable pot and cook it. And I cook this for 1000 on 5 minutes. And now you have your cooked cabbage. You take this and you take this, the 3 eggs and the pot of yogurt. Now it's a pretty easy recipe because you can have more cabbage. This is my container. You could have a bigger container, more cabbage, more egg, and a bigger pot. You can even use half ordinary yogurt and cream, but you wanted something with a bit of fat in it. And we put this in. Well, we would if it came out, but this is such high quality. Wow. Yes, you did excel yourself. You bought something wonderful, didn't you? Yes, you did. You bought something nice. Right. Right, so having said it's a light lunch, but it will be very nice. And you can see what a lovely yellow it's going. These chickens are now fed on the new maize that's just being harvested, or just been harvested. And the eggs are the high quality, they just show. There you are, that's your eggs. We want some decent pepper. Ordinary pepper would do, but this will be rather nice. Oh, it is a nice smell, isn't it? Sichuan. So I want plenty of that. And I'm going to mix that in. Yes, it is good, isn't it? We mix this in. This is all our cheese. Now, I like something, it's not so much the texture you're looking for as a bit of salty flavour. So any perfumed salty cheese would do, really. Parmesan is what we've chosen here because that was what was available and it tastes like heaven anyway. I've always fond of Parmesan, but any of those salty, smelly cheeses. Okay, and that's it. That's all the effort you're going to go to with that. If you don't grease it, it will stick. So I always grease it, but you could use a different shape. But this is something low and flat I find works a lot easier. Now what we're aiming to do is to put this on the bottom instead of pastry. Think of it as a pastry layer, some sort of barrier. And you know, cabbage like that is a bit boring. But the time you add this topping, it's exciting. There you are. And it's going into a hot oven, 175. Fan, of course. If you haven't got that, adjust it accordingly. But just pop it in there. And it will take between 15 to 20 minutes. Depending on how deep and how thick and how wet your mixture was. And everything depends on the quality of the yogurt. We'll come back when it's done. I'm very happy because I can smell it and it's really good. So I just want you to see it coming out the oven. Look at that. It was very quick, very, very simple. And just let me open it up for you because I think you should see it. I really do. Can you see the texture? It's not like cheese on toast. It's more like a flan. And you've got all that vegetable underneath. Can you see? It lifts out and it behaves like a piece of tart. Isn't that wonderful? It's juicy, it's savoury, and it's very good as a supper dish. Add some crusty bread. I know I'm always going on about it, but I do live in France. But if you didn't want crusty bread and you wanted to add more calories, well, chips would go very well with this. Anything would go well with this. You could add pasta. But I think crusty bread is what we're doing tonight. And that just looks so nice. And of course, if you've got a vegetarian coming, they'll be pleased with that. They'll be really pleased with that. It isn't quite a comfort food, but it's getting there. It's gorgeous. Enjoy. Well, the incredible punchy savouriness and the creaminess of the top makes the sweetness of the cabbage, which normally you don't notice, but it brings out the sweetness, and it's got texture because the cabbage isn't soggy. It's a really good combination, isn't it? It's difficult to believe anyone wouldn't eat this and enjoy it. This is such a simple thing, and it's just really nice. Perfect for vegetarians, and it isn't just a vegetarian meal. It is just really good, isn't it? Anyone would eat this. You can put this down when you've got an unexpected pile of guests and know that everybody can have a slice with some bread. You can top it up with some other little salady bits, and you've got an impromptu meal. You come home from work, you've got your mixture already made, you've got your pre-cooked cabbage already made in the fridge. You bring them out, you put them together, you put them in the oven, you go and have a shower, you come back and you've got a lovely supper. My goodness, this is a really nice meal. It's juicy as well. Suggest you do this when it's really good.